Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
and we're live on a Sunday morning, or I guess Sunday at noon, at high noon, ready to start some podcasting. Find us everywhere you find podcasts. Leave us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. If you don't, we won't read them on the air, and if we do read them on the air, it's because you wrote them nicely. Okay.
And for those of you that do not know, you do not have to have Apple products to leave a Apple 5-star review. You can go to probably apple.com, I'm assuming.
You can Google Apple Podcast, and you can actually go online and use a web browser to create an account, leave us a 5-star review, and if not, we'll just play extra commercials during the feedback show. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But we just try and help everybody out together. You leave us a 5-star review, we say fuck that money. We'll go ahead and read the review and just feel good about ourselves. The official weapon of the show is
the folding chair,
and the unofficial sport.
Bullet ball.
And bullet ball, extreme. Show note stuff. Don't forget Pod Jam, April 9th. It's in Vegas. We gonna be there. You can get your tickets right there from the link. There's all kinds of sponsorship levels and ticket prices and all that stuff, different experiences. As I get more information, I will relay that to the audience as well, but make sure y'all check that out, because we're going to be there and we're going to have a good time hanging out with some like-minded folks, in the desert, I guess. I don't know where Las Vegas is. It feels hot is what I hear. So I can't wait to see.
That's what the TV tell me.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you guys there. So make sure you show up. Everything else, I think I have 11. No, actually it would be 10. I have 10 holiday cards left, because overnight a bunch of people sent in requests. So once I get to 74, that's it, guys. We're officially out. That's all I ordered this year, because that's all the people that had sent the holiday card addresses until I said, I'm gonna send the cards out. Then all y'all was like, oh, I do want one.
Don't forget about me, Rod.
Yeah. So we will run out at some point soon. And I want to say that's about it for show notes stuff. I know we won't be doing shows Wednesday and Thursday because we're going to Hornets game. So we'll have to figure out the schedule with Balls Deep Sports and all that stuff. So I don't know if it'll be just a show today and tomorrow, and then Tuesday it'll be behind the paywall, or Friday. It'll depend on Justin and his schedule. And I think that's about it for show notes and housekeeping and stuff. Karen. Where do you want to start? Do you have, I assume we've been off for a little bit. Do you have any banter?
I do.
I do as well. Do you have any banter? Talk to me. Do you have any banter? Talk to me. Do you have any banter? Do you have any banter?
I do.
Talk to me. Do you have any banter?
I do.
All right, why don't you start us off with some of that good old delicious banter?
Yes, for those of you behind the paywall, y'all already heard me talk about this, but I wanted to talk about this on the regular show. For those of you, because we consistently get new audience, so I'm explaining up front.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the word mama, but my mama is my aunt that raised me. My biological mother has passed, so if I start talking about mama this, mama that, and things like that, I don't want people to kind of get some people might get somewhat confused with that. So when I say mama, I'm talking about my mother's sister. She's the one that actually raised me.
Right.
I had went by my mama's house because I had ordered her a Christmas gift, and she likes like wreaths. So I get her like seasonal, wreaths and things like that. So I wanted to get her a wreath. Sometimes I send her flowers. I kind of mix her gifts up. She's like 80, 84, 85, so she's getting up there in age. And so I wanted to get her something that I know she would like. I had got her a wreath before, and it was one of them circle wreaths, and it had like the letter, her last name is Harris, so it had like the letter H on it, and I had Harris and all that type of stuff. But I was like, you know what, I wanted to get her something more personal. And I shout out to white woman Etsy. I went out there to the white woman Etsy. I was like, Reese, I was like, this is y'all jam. I know y'all got some shit out here for me. So I went out there, and the white women will own it with all the sales, buy this and buy that. So shout out to the white women in it on Etsy. So I went out there and I found her a beautiful wreath. And I had ordered it, you know, when you order stuff, sometimes you forget if you don't tell it differently, it'll be like, you want to send the shipping address and the mailing address, you know, the billing address and the shipping address the same. Most of the time the answer to that is yes. Sometimes it's no, because sometimes I do send things to other people and I want to pay for it, but I don't want it to come to my house because I don't want to have to deal with, you know, transporting it and taking it to their house. So I made a mistake by shipping it here. And so when it came, A, it was bigger than I thought. And then B, I thought somebody had sent me some shit by accident. I was like, I will say, who ordered this? What is this? I opened it up. I said, oh, this is for her. So I went by her house, and she's hilarious. I went by her house, and I was like, I got this for you. Child, next thing I know, I was going to work. She was like, oh, yeah. The one I bought, you can get rid of that. I want you to hang this one on the front. No. She was like, fuck this wreath. Fuck the one I got. Hang yours on the front door. And then the one I got, hang that one on the back door. And then this cheap one that keeps shedding like glitter, throw that in the trash can. I was like, okay.
Well, that's good that she liked it. I mean, she liked it so much she put it on the front door and replaced the other one. So that's how you know it's a good gift.
That's how I know it's a good gift. She looked at that and immediately put my black ass to work. I was like, okay, I'm moving, mama. I'm getting it, mama. I'm getting it. So I'm glad that she enjoyed it. So she actually got her Christmas present before Christmas. Because I ordered it early, and sometimes I like to order stuff early on before Christmas, because, you know, when it get close to Christmas, I don't want to miss the day.
Right. And
so it came like super earlier than I thought. So that's why I went ahead and sent it to her, because I was like, I don't want to hold on to this till actually Christmas Day. So I'm glad I got to early Christmas surprise her.
Well, that sounds peachy keen.
It was. It was a wonderful experience.
Yeah. Nah, that's the bee's knees right there. Well, as you can tell, my first thing is I've been making one resolution for New Year's. Only one. I think I'm doing pretty good in general. But in 2026, I'm appropriating all the white slang that white folks abandoned in order to take black slang. Because they seriously barked up the wrong tree, pal. And it's about time someone's using this defunct slang that they not using anyway.
Buckaroo.
Yeah, that's right. You bet your sweet ass, Karen.
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna be using this slang.
Come on. And actually, that got some good slang. That's like,
yeah,
when you actually listen, particularly down south, that shit be banging. I was like, oh, y'all was in y'all bag with that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long year for the whites. Yeah, buckle up, Buttercup.
Come on.
Okay, because I'm coming for all the slang that y'all left out.
Y'all got some good slang too.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be a swell year, fella.
Come on, now hold your horses. That's a good one too.
Right. I'm gonna be making people upset. I'm gonna be like, what crowd up your ass and died?
Come on.
Okay. So just letting y'all know, this is what it's gonna be.
I'm here for it.
Yep.
I'm here for it.
I'm done.
Okay. I got some more. My next one is okay. Oh, I realized also same conversation going back to help my mama. She has like a screen door, and she was like, I need for you to lock the screen door once I put the wreath up. And child, I was struggling and she was struggling. And she was saying that everybody was telling her that wasn't nothing wrong with that door. I looked at my mama. I said, child, something wrong with this door. I say, they don't be telling you they because you know how some doors you have to finagle, and they finagle it to get the lock and then act like she crazy when she like, I can't lock it. And I was like, well, mama, we on the same page. I can't lock it either. Maybe we both 85. I don't know, but this door ain't locking. So I realized for that part, I was no help. But I was help with the wreath though.
Okay.
And it was like, it made me question my strength. I was like, God damn, am I that weak? Like, maybe I need to ask Roger to help me lift some weights because this goddamn door won't lock.
Yeah, I mean that it can be frustrating when that kind of stuff happens with the with stuff. But I feel like all that stuff is just kind of made to break, and then you have to you find yourself constantly fixing things and stuff until you realize like I should just get another one or whatever.
Yes, it ain't worth repairing sometimes. Just get a new one.
I had a great idea. Well, I think it's a great idea. But for where my shot poopers at? Okay, raise your hand out there if you're listening, okay? Or lower your head. Don't, maybe don't raise your hand. But if you're a shot pooper, you guys know what it is. You don't like going to the bathroom in public places.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that.
Like you're at a party at someone's house, you're at a restaurant, and you got to use the bathroom. It's like, oh, gosh, should I just go home? I don't want to use the bathroom. I'm in a strange bathroom. Everybody knows I'm in the bathroom, and they're going to know I'm in here pooping. Well, I came up with an easy solution, guys, and I think if we as a society would adopt this solution, we can all stop worrying about the shot pooping. We need all bathrooms that play ambient music to switch from like jazz and all that to poop fart sounds.
No.
So if you go in the bathroom and it's always making fart sounds, no matter who's in there.
Oh, you mean consistently?
At all times.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying,
when you go in there, it doesn't matter how loud it is or whatever, because it's like that if you go take a leak. It's like that if you just want to wash your hands, If they have one of those bathrooms,
the kids will have a ball every time y'all go in there.
Yeah, you go to one of those fancy bathrooms with the attendant, and you're like, I don't want to go to the bathroom. This guy's gonna hear me going all over the place. I don't want him judging my fart sounds and butt sounds and splooshes and flushes. I don't need that, the smell, whatever. No, we just have fart sounds playing all the time. Now that guy, he doesn't know the difference between your farts and the other farts that's playing randomly on the loop. So I just think I think I've solved
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm giving a solution. I don't know, maybe other people have other solutions, but it's got to be more convenient than trying to go all the way home from wherever you're out at or whatever. So I just think, anyway, I'm trying to help guys.
Roger said he's like, I'm going to get some eat. It was like one of our favorite breakfast spices. I'm going to get some eat, and he didn't go with me. And I said, Roger, they're gonna ask you, did we get a divorce? Before he left, and Roger had to actually wait an extra 5 minutes because they thought I was gonna show up. Hilarious. I just thought that was funny because I was like, because we normally just us together in unison. They always know we both are together. We always gonna be there together. So when he went without me, I was like, they gonna think something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, he was like, he took a while to get to my table, and then he was like, oh, I was waiting on her to get here, and I was like, she's not coming today. And he was like, oh, okay, everything all right? I already brought her drink over. I was like, well, she does want that drink, but to go. But everything's fine.
Bring her that drink and her normal breakfast because she gonna want it.
Yeah. We were at the Hornets game, and
shit, now do I need to sip a drink?
We had a halftime show, and the halftime show was jazz. It was a guy, I forget his name, but he was playing jazz. But I've never seen jazz played like this before, because he was giving us a hype jazz concert.
He was hype.
Like, he was like, come on, now put your hands together. Come on, now let's go.
he reminded me of Robin with that smooth jazz.
And he was like, are y'all ready for some jazz? I'm like, what?
Yes.
I've never experienced excited jazz before.
Hype jazz. That was a whole nother level.
I didn't know Flavor Flav played jazz too. It was like, come on, y'all, let's get smooth.
Yes, he was playing the hell out of it on beat and everything. I was like, oh, let's go. This is confusing to my ears and my senses. But
are you motherfuckers ready for the new year?
That's how I felt. Yes.
Okay, well, let's go.
I was like, should I be hyped? Should I be calm? I had a mixed feelings of emotions.
He was like, Where my bitches at?
I think most of the crowd was confused, going, "Shit, I don't know how to respond to this."
All right. If you know the words, sing along with us. All acquaintance be forgot. I'm like, this is confusing me.
Yes, and people were dancing around him, and they was hype.
Like, you gonna have a mosh pit? Like,
yes, like, what is happening here?
you can't be pumping. You can't do audience work for jazz.
Right, that's an upper and a downer. What's happening here?
When I say y'all say when I say do, you say. If you know the words, sing along.
He sounded great. It was just confusing to my
Right.
senses. I'm not even gonna lie.
You motherfuckers ain't loud enough up in here. I said, do you want some jazz?
I know. Let's get hype. I was like, what's happening? Oh my gosh.
It's time to get jazzy.
Yes. When
I say smooth, y'all say jazz. I was like,
yes. Okay. I am so glad you brought that up because
do my saxophone run this motherfucker? Hell yeah. Do my trumpets run this?
I know, hyping up the woodwind. I play the woodwind. Hyping up the woodwind section. Let's go. I really didn't know how to take that. I just was so
sax up, trumps down. I don't know. It was too much. It was too much.
That's hilarious.
I was like, this dude is the vibes is off.
Yeah.
They told us we was getting jazz for a halftime. I was prepared to appreciate, not break a sweat.
Yeah, right. I think he was sweating. He was the hype man. He was playing. He was running across the court.
Right. All right, let's do one more, and then I know you probably got plenty more.
Yes, I do. This one was wild. We were going down the highway, and I don't know what LED thing they had on the truck, but we was going down the road, and I happened to look up, and it was this LED. I didn't realize at first it was these LED, and so the front of the truck had eyes on it. I was like, ooh, that looked like Roger's PlayStation controller. And the bitch winked at me. I was like, oh shit. I didn't know windshields could blink. I was so goddamn confused.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. People are taking a lot of liberties with their cars this last year or so. I'm not sure it's legal. Like,
right.
I've seen Christmas lights on cars. I've seen like I
was like, this can't be legal because I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me, but it's just kind of a interesting. I guess in my life, I'm like, why would I get a police any reason to fuck with me?
Nope.
Like, I would just be in the car. Like, I knew this is how I was gonna die. Like, I put the winky light on my car. The cop took offense. And I was like, you know why I pulled you over? Pow, 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 pow,
right.
Pow.
All I wanted to say was Happy New Year. Now I'm dead. I wanted to just blink across my window. And it wasn't like a regular truck. It was like one of them big-ass 18-wheelers. So it was like a big-ass blink. Where I was like, oh, I can't avoid this blink.
Erika Kirk is going through the 5 stages of grief, and we need to leave her alone. Okay, guys? Everybody keep picking on her. But she's going through the 5 stages. When y'all have traumatic things happen, no one can say how we will all react. It's not always the same. Every stage of grief doesn't look the same for people. And I can tell she's going through the 5 stages. Have you seen the videos of her on the stage and they shooting fireworks and stuff? You haven't seen any of them?
Okay. Yeah, I'd be oblivious to shit.
Yeah, she's just going through, she's grieving in her own way. Okay, she's going through the stages.
Okay.
Backstage, upstage, stage right, downstage, and center stage. And that's just how she's chosen to grieve in front of all of us. It's hard grieving in public. Okay?
It is, yes. Grieving is something else. But grieving in public is something else because people will judge the way you grieve because however you grieve ain't the right way.
Yeah, so that's all. All right, let's get into some show stuff. Politics till we get mad.
I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on, shame on, shame on, shame on you, shame on you. Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Tell you what, I don't know about you,
but I'm going to go to bed.
It's been so long since we did this segment. This nigga Trump. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's so many things.
Yeah, I don't know everything, but yeah, it's a lot of shit happening.
The most recent thing is that this motherfucker ran up in Venezuela and kidnapped a president and first lady.
A whole nother motherfucking country.
Now look, I'm not going to pretend to be an internationalist just because I hate Trump. I actually do not know how the people in Venezuela should or will necessarily feel, because my trainer's from Venezuela and she's talked about this dude being in charge and how terrible he is. Okay. So I don't know that Maduro is a good person, any of this shit. Mm-hmm. I know he got the main thing is Trump took the shit over. I know they got mad oil down there. And I know that their Supreme Court or whatever put the second in command in charge. I did not know we could just roll up on countries and be like, you are corrupt and you are breaking the laws of the country you in as your president, so you under arrest. Because I'm like, can somebody do that for America?
I did not know that was a whole nother goddamn country.
Like, you know, China, is you listening? Like, is anybody out there with the cojones to be like, well, actually, since you talk about trying to steal elections and breaking laws, president should be locked up for that. Pedophiles is wrong. That's not good. So look, I won't pretend to be an internationalist just for the sake of banging on Trump. I really don't know. I don't know if the country will end up in a better place or not, because it's Trump and they're already sending like financial people down to Venezuela to possibly invest, quote unquote, in Venezuela, which does, knowing our country and knowing the people in charge, gives me some very colonialistic overtones. I think Mark Rubio is already hinting at like maybe Cuba and these other countries could be next. So there's like, I don't know why anyone would expect it to stop. At this point, because I think what happens is that people think Trump takes a step and they go, well, if he stops here, it'll be fine. And he's saying that America is going to run Venezuela, whatever that means. He didn't say for how long.
That means.
Yeah, he didn't say for how long. He says it's because of drug trafficking and stuff, but then he pardoned another president who was convicted of drug trafficking like a month ago. So I don't know how people trust anything that comes out of his mouth as like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's what happened, and we can believe that and we can act upon that. But yeah, he did do that, like take over Venezuela allegedly, and then there's people that have reactions to it. Colombia, which shares a border with Venezuela, called for urgent de-escalation.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You going into another space that you're knowing Trump, he's dumb. Mm-hmm. So there are probably people that know he don't give a fuck. You don't know the relationships with the countries around them, with their allies and not allies, whether they're willing to take up arms or not. Because once you do something like that, in certain situations, it become a fucking free-for-all. Civil war's liable to break out. Like, you don't know what you're doing when you just run up in another house and be like, I'm taking the man in charge.
Yeah. So they're like, it said it had implemented steps to protect the civilian population, preserve stability of the Colombian Venezuelan border, and promptly address any potential humanitarian or migration needs.
Right, because people watch Trump. People know Trump is fucking insane. So they're like, we don't want your problems. Don't come up here with your bullshit. Next thing you know, you're going to be trying to take over other places too.
The president of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel, said it was a criminal U.S. attack. Said the country denounced the attack and called for urgent reaction from the international community.
Yeah, other countries they're not going to like this, and they're going to have problems with it. And for a lot of them, they're going to like, we might be next. And, everybody, quote unquote, ain't going to go peacefully, because some people are like, bitch, I die on this land before I let you take it. You know, the fuck you think you are. I don't give a fuck it. You know, if I'm pleased or not pleased, what I'm not going to do is let some foreigner in foreign country come in here and be like, we got y'all.
Brazil's president said the U.S. actions are a serious affront to Venezuela's sovereignty. He said the strikes and capture of Maduro crossed an unacceptable line and threatened the preservation of the region as a zone of peace. China said it wanted Maduro freed immediately. Iran condemned the attack. Russia's foreign ministry accused the U.S. of an act of armed aggression against Venezuela. This is deeply concerning and condemnable. It's interesting because what leverage do you have over Russia when you bring up Ukraine and then you do stuff like this? Like, I wonder how that works in the international world. But I mean, what leverage do you have with Russia anyway when Trump's meeting with Putin before he meets with the Ukrainian leader Zelensky? So.
Right, and also the thing is, this should be very, very, and it's not, because Republicans, this should be very insulting to the Congress and the Senate. And they should be demanding shit because, hey, you can't, like, our purpose is to pass. Because I guarantee you there's something in the book that's like, hey, if you know you do shit like this, we got the vote on it, we got the right. And he just skipped past all that bullshit and was like, I'm going to do what the fuck I'm going to do. If you were about it and really about your job, you would be like, hey, motherfucker, you didn't pass. This is unconstitutional. You should not be doing this. There's something wrong. And the senators that are doing this, everybody gonna look at them like they goddamn no. All of y'all should be fucking outraged.
Right. And the thing is, of course, the Democratic people that have been elected will 100% hold him accountable and stuff, but the Republicans won't, and not nearly enough of them if they would. And then one of the biggest, most infuriating things with Trump is that you watch people say stuff as he takes these steps of escalation, and they always make it sound like the next step is where they would step in, right? They're like, well, if he does a ground attack on Venezuela, then obviously we would call a set, we would stop. He won't do that. And then when he does it, it becomes, well, he needed to do that. I mean, like, what he won't do is, and it's like, it just keeps going, and they won't check him. Because at least half of our, a little over half at this point, honestly, of our elected officials have abdicated any responsibility other than capitulating to Trump. And I think a lot of them choosing not to run next time is their like we're supposed to act like they get some credit for that.
No, you don't,
and
bitch.
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, I absolutely motherfucking refuse. Like
you will
just,
not trick me.
Right.
I saw you, and you can't shock nor surprise me. And the thing is, I do not know what the future holds, but you know what these steps a lot of times lead to? Motherfucking war. Like this what it leads to, war. People aren't going to just sit back and just let America just ride.
Right. And I like, honestly, I don't know what's supposed to happen because like I saw on Twitter where like Bakari Sellers was like talking shit about how he too long didn't read to Cory Booker or somebody, or Hakeem Jeffries, who made a statement about this. And I was like, so we're still snarking the Democrats in the face of this? Like, y'all know they can't do shit with these numbers. You could be snarking some of these Republicans, people that actually would, if they're, you know, they don't feel shame and they won't come over. That's just why you won't do it. But the point is, the Democrats are already on your side. There's no idea you have they won't do. So what then happens is, what are you going to do to get these Republicans to come over to your side? And y'all ain't even interested in that because you just feel too high and mighty to shit on them. And too long didn't read. Snark is not going to save us. Snark from Twitter is not going to save us.
It doesn't save us on either side. It doesn't save us on the right, and it doesn't save us on the left from the infighting. I don't give a fuck about snark. I give a fuck about results. I want results. And at the end of the day, the results fall on the populace, the voting people. I will never forgive the voting populace. Like everybody want to blame everybody because you treat senators and congressmen as goddamn mascots versus I put you in office to do your motherfucking job, which is govern. Half of them is like, I want to do everything but fucking govern. They pass all types of laws. Don't bring shit up. You don't want to talk about the important shit, people's health care and shit about to go up here because they, you know, like, let's go home. It's like, well, bitch, what you doing? Like it's important shit happening here for you to go and take over another country. And that's like for me, that's the problem I have. It's like, it's too much shit going on here.
Right. But yeah, I don't expect anyone to hold him accountable or do anything, and I think it'll keep escalating. And I think this will be the first country. I don't know why anybody would expect him to stop. And while people can say you don't know Venezuela, you don't know international politics, you're right. But I do know my nation. I do know Donald Trump. Yes. I do know the politics of these Republicans, and I do know that at every turn, how often do people like us have to be right about how they will not stop before somebody listens to us? You know, before you stop pointing the finger at everybody else and go, damn, man, these Republicans gotta get their fucking shit together.
And then also
hold it in an emergency meeting or whatever. Fine, but what happens when it's time to vote? What happens when this goes to the Supreme Court and you challenge his ability to start a one-man war without Congress's approval, and then the Supreme Court goes, oh, it's okay if he does it.
Right.
Y'all aren't prepared for that, and that's not a Democrat problem. It's a fucking American problem. Like no one seems prepared to defend the institution they claim to believe in.
Right. And guess what? And nobody's going to care until something escalates to the point where they start a motherfucking draft or something and be like, they going to start plucking your sons and plucking your daughters and sending them out to a goddamn war. Now all of a sudden you're going to fucking care because you thought it was over there.
Trump says he's dropping push for National Guard in Chicago, LA, Portland, Oregon for now.
Yeah, because he got something else to send them to.
Nope. He's stopping it because judges have made him stop, and then he's acting like he goes on his social media to act like, yeah, I just decided that I don't feel like putting the National Guard there.
I see what you're saying.
Once again, the legal system moves a lot slower than the Trump, like, wake up in the morning and decide to do chaos system.
Okay, that makes sense. Like people challenge the people, like, you stay the fuck out of these places. What the fuck are you doing? And shout out to the judges. It's like, I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. No, this is not constitutional, and you will not do this.
Yeah. So basically, he had deployed the troops already, which is how you know it's not I'm deciding to stop pushing for them to go there. You had pushed them there. They had been there.
Yeah, they
So whenever these judges said you actually can't do that, it was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I decided that I'm done with it. The Epstein files is as long as y'all not worried about that. What can we do next? Venezuela?
What can we do next?
You know, what else can we do? But yeah, so National Guard no longer running up in Democratic strongholds that when they weren't requested to be there in the first place.
Yeah, it is one of the things. I wish they would have did it for they came and shot it and fucked up the economy here that might not never repair.
Right. The Kennedy Center is struggling. I mean, as the Trump Kennedy Center, once he put his name on it, it got even worse. And now everybody's canceling everything. Even the New Year's Eve concert got canceled.
Yeah, and because I think they was like some people, because the thing is with the Kennedy Center, a lot of people, they do shit in advance. A lot of them do things yearly. A lot of them book like years in advance, you know, because of what it is. And I remember like they was like a lot of people had sold out shit. I think shows like Issa Rae, and they was like, hey, no. I and for some of them they like, I signed up for the Kennedy Center. I did not sign up for the Trump Kennedy Center. I would have never agreed to do a show there.
A lot of these people had decided that when he won office and took over the head of the Kennedy Center by placing his own stooges there and then passing some sort of weird rule where only the people he appointed get a right to vote in what the Kennedy Center does. So like Issa Rae and Shonda Rhimes, like they had been out from jump.
Yeah.
So some of this is just
right.
It's just reaching an actual like untenable point. To the people who were honored by the Kennedy Center, really says a lot about them that they went up there to get those honors at a time like this from a man like that. So it's kind of interesting to see how, because the name holds no weight now. To me, I don't want the honor. I wouldn't want it if they honored me right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a person that has ever been deserving to be honored by the Kennedy Center. If they call me tonight, like, hey, we doing the first ever podcast, honorees come to the Trump Kennedy Center, I'd be like, fuck no, man. I'd rather not have it. It just means nothing to me. It just makes me look like a sellout. And so, yeah, a lot of people have just decided, nah, I'm not fucking with it. And the arts is antithetical to conservatism.
And they know he don't give a fuck about the arts.
Yeah, and well, like they like when the arts worship them. Like that's the thing about these Republicans. You can't let them fool you. They're not against the arts. They're not against Hollywood. They're not against entertainment. They love it. They want it to bow to them is what they want.
Yes.
They want to be with the cool kids. That's why they flip over backwards for D-listers like the dude from Deuce Bigalow. You know, that's Rob Schneider
and Kid Rock and shit.
Yeah, like they flip over backwards for them because it's like, oh, some acknowledgement from anybody. Yes, because they know that nobody really wants to acknowledge them. The stuff they're against is not cool and it's anti-art. Like their policies are anti-art.
Yes, they are.
Even if they just kind of hope that everyone will go along with it. So I think it does hurt them to know that nobody fucks with them, and I'm glad that these artists are saying no. Like,
yeah, and they fucking with the money now, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, not only are you fucking with the money, you're fucking with the economy, you're fucking with people's jobs, because you know, at all these shows, people come, you have workers and booth attendants and like all that shit, and all of a sudden y'all don't have no shows until sometime next year, and who knows, that's probably gonna get canceled too.
Yeah, y'all always threatening arts and I'm gonna put a tariff on Hollywood and shit. Nobody fucking likes you. You're bullies and you're assholes, and you're not funny and you're not smart and your art sucks.
Yeah, your art sucks.
The Cookers were supposed to do a New Year's Eve jazz concert, and they said no. We're not doing it. Y'all ain't getting no hype jazz from us.
And you know what? And some people even took that hit because, you know, you canceled too close. It's fees. They was like, bitch, I'll take the fee charge.
Yeah. So a lot of people are not doing it. Christy Lee, a folk singer from Alabama, said she was canceling her January concert.
Not the folks. Now that's serious right there. She was like, look, me and we going somewhere else. And one good thing is I bet you other venues was like, come on over here. I bet you all types of venues around that area is like, come over here, come to us.
Christy Lee said, when American history starts getting treated like something you can ban, erase, rename, or rebrand for somebody else's ego, I can't stand on that stage and sleep right at night. America didn't get built by branding. It got built by people showing up and doing the work. And the folks who carry it don't need their name on it. They just show up. That's all I'm doing here. I'm showing up. Other artists are piling on as well. Doug Verone and the Dancers, who were scheduled to appear at the Kennedy Center next April, announced Monday they were canceling their appearance as well. We can no longer permit ourselves nor ask our audience to step inside this once great institution. So yeah,
them dates is desolate and bare.
Yeah, people is not fucking with them, man.
Right, and the thing is, they're the ones that's always shocked when people go, I can actually take my money somewhere else. They like, oh, and you was like, yeah, y'all ain't the only game in town.
Well, you keep saying go somewhere else. I don't even think it's about going somewhere. I really just think I'm not going there.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
You know what I mean? Like, right. It's like, I don't even know. It's like, well, there's another place that I can go with my art. Like, they never not had a place to go. These are obviously the tops in their professions. They're making a statement
for a reason.
Yeah, they're making a statement about like, this is not the thing. And this, I wish more society could accept this and talk like this, because that is what they rely on. A lot of this stuff is so funny because while they have no respect for institutions, they rely on the rest of our respect for institutions in order to implement the bullshit and the fascism that they are doing. So they want me, and you can tell they be pulling it out when they don't want to. Now, they had no respect for Joe Biden ever. Talk all kinds of shit about that man. But whenever you say something bad about Trump, they go, well, he is the president. Or whenever you ask why somebody is in a picture with him, why you're visiting the White House after he just said something or did something racist or whatever. And then what do those people say? Well, he's the president. When Pat McAfee has this guy on his TV show, and Trump is saying racist shit on the TV show, he's laughing it off and then going, what am I supposed to do? Not have the president on? So they rely on us to still act like these stalwart institutions are immutable and that we must bow down and capitulate to whatever they have to say. And I like that these artists is like, it isn't the Kennedy Center. It no longer has honor. I will not be there as long as this motherfucker is in charge, period. So y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, and I'm glad that they're standing up for something. And the thing is, they purposely picked that museum because of what it stood for.
Right.
And so for the fact that they are pulling away, regardless of if they do something else somewhere else, it's just for the fact that we're making a statement. You will not get our money, our dime. Our audience will no longer, come here. And now you're going to deal with the consequences, because who the fuck are you going to get to come? Because guess what? The bills and the obligations and the operation costs don't go down just because ain't nobody booking.
Meanwhile, CeCe Winans is under fire for praising Kennedy Center's honors event. She shared a video on her social media accounts, garnering some comments complimenting the vocals and others condemning her support for the arts institution. The Kennedy Center honors were awesome. Great job, Robert Deaton. And my baby sister at Debbie Winans was incredible. Praise God, Winans wrote in the caption. When the current administration is trying to silence the arts, rename the center, deport and tear apart families, this is a time to show through your ministry how much of this is wrong. Instead, you and your family lean into it. Very disappointing, one comment said. She also began a trending on Threads, sparking debate as to whether her actions are cancelable. Well, I don't even, who cares of what?
Right.
Whether or not a debate about cancel, either you listen or you don't listen.
True.
Either you support her or you don't support her. You don't invite her places, you do. Like, it's not really a debate. What is Threads gonna solve with this?
Ain't that the truth?
But I mean, I guess that's good that there's some social cause for supporting this bullshit. But yeah, of course, and Threads is always mad at everything politically. So I mean, that's not really like
nothing new.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to people calling it out, in addition to that, so Rob Reiner was murdered by his son, who deals with some mental health problems, I think schizophrenia even. And so Rob Reiner is an esteemed director of like a lot of fucking huge movies and TV shows and stuff that people like love and go up for. I'm talking.
I've probably seen him and stuff. I know.
There's Spinal Tap, The Princess Bride, Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men, Misery, Wolf of Wall Street, the Bear, I guess, Sleepless in Seattle. So like a lot of shit. You would know his work. Almost all of us have experienced some of his work.
Yes.
The Bucket List, The American President, The First Wife Club, just a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
He's been around for a long time. Yes.
And so he was murdered by his son, who deals with mental health issues, but he's also an outspoken critic of Donald Trump and conservatives. And so when he was murdered, obviously a lot of people in general were able to at first be complimentary or at least express condolences in their humanity. And many even were still playing politics because they were like, look at us. We aren't like you liberals with Charlie Kirk. When Charlie Kirk died, you guys were super duper offensive, but not us Republicans, because we just believe in Jesus and da.
Bitch, what?
That's what they said at the start. And then Donald Trump chimed in and said a rant about Rob Reiner, where reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS,
which is something that's not fucking that.
So basically, he said. By the way, I love the idea of just putting derangement syndrome behind anybody that calls you out and being like, "That's because you crazy." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a guy. You don't like me? You got ride derangement syndrome, you weirdo.
Right. That's just a way to dismiss.
Yeah.
There ain't no science been behind it. You just making shit up.
But I guess, and once again, it's kind of like the, Jimmy Kimmel thing. And I would say, for me, there's a bit of anger and frustration over this kind of stuff, because Rob Reiner's death and Trump saying something bad about him in death caused a lot of people who otherwise look the other way for Trump stuff and excuse it to be like, no, this was too bad. He should not have done this. I'm not okay with this.
Whatever.
And there's so many things he does every day that you would think common good people would not be okay with.
Right.
But for some reason, it was Rob Reiner that had Joe Rogan saying this was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't... You can deport a family and you get less pushback. You know, Kilmar, Brega, Garcia, you get less pushback from certain type of people. But you slander a dead Hollywood celebrity and it's like, whoa, man. Hey, that's too much. Like, you can lock up people for using free speech on college campuses, but Jimmy Kimmel says a joke, quote unquote, inarticulately, and then not even a joke really, but all of a sudden it's we got to get him off the air, and it's like, well, we standing up against that. You know, you take over CBS and you're canceling CBS's 60 Minutes deep dive reports on Trump's administration every Sunday.
Yep, they was in his ass.
But there are less people. No one's like, boycott CBS. We're no longer watching anything until they fucking decide. We're canceling all of our CBS subscriptions. Not enough people, I will say that way. Not it's not vocal enough. There aren't any actors going, I refuse to work with CBS until they put the 60 Minute stuff back on. So it's just frustrating, man. But yeah, the reaction to it, Joe Rogan was like, it's not funny. The Rob Reiner thing is not funny. When you see it with no empathy, that's when it's hard to like listen. There's no justification for what he did that makes any sense in a compassionate society. It's no different than people that were celebrating when Charlie Kirk got shot. It's the same kind of thing. Imagine if Obama tweeted something about someone after they died in this way, that this person was a deranged person that hated Obama. It just shows you how crazy it is, the way Trump thinks and talks. It's just like the guy got sliced up by his kid, you know? Anybody that doesn't see that and go, fuck, man. The podcaster added he was so disappointed by Trump's comments in the wake of Ronda's death. It's like, why? If you say that privately, that's one thing, which is also crazy, but it's so disappointing, he told Shane Gillis.
Yeah, and the thing with me is you need to take full responsibility because you're the reason why he's in office in the first place. You never took anything he said seriously. You always took everything he said as a motherfucking joke. When y'all seen, you and other people, when y'all seen the tide was changing and people no longer wanted to support Joe because he's fucking up the economy, he fucking up your money, you know, all of a sudden your listenerships and shit, you know, y'all see the decrease in people canceling this shit because they done lost their jobs too, just like us, you know. Right. And so all of a sudden it's like, whoa, when you get personal phone calls and people and your friends or your associates like, you support this bullshit, dog, all of a sudden your attitude changed. So I don't believe you. This is what you voted for, this is what you wanted. Don't change your tune, because guess what? When you do your motherfucking show again, you're going like this shit never happened. And guess what? Any of them Republicans and probably Donald Trump, you will allow them back on your show again, bitch. So I don't believe anything that you're saying. It's all a facade so that you could temporarily separate yourself, because a lot of y'all just go with the trends and put like this: the second a Republican and the second a Democrat gets back in office, y'all going to shit on them and act like they're not doing their job and act like they're incompetent when they're trying to follow the rules. But this motherfucker does what the fuck he wants to do, and y'all don't have the same outrage, nor do you have the same pushback. You're the same person that had people talking about fucking ivermectin again, whatever that fuck that thing is.
Ivermectin.
Thank you for COVID. Like, get out of my face.
And at the end of the day, you're still gonna vote for him.
Yes.
You know, it's like those people that go, man, I don't like this last thing he did, but what choice did I have? It was him or Kamala Harris. Like, the fact that y'all are still on Kamala Harris and motherfuckers are kidnapping the president of other countries, that y'all still want to talk about Gaza when Gaza's been put under more duress and more people dying. Mm-hmm. Like, this is not real. This, like, y'all aren't real people. Y'all aren't solution-oriented people, and we're all paying the cost for your pie in the sky bullshit.
Yep, and I would be mad. I probably would be mad forever.
Yeah,
and it's, that's just me.
Well, that is the point of the segment. So
we're
done. broke. Five broke. We ain't got it. Retailers are under fire for covert surveillance pricing.
What that mean?
So I guess covert surveillance pricing is when they do stuff like say you're in Starbucks and you're in the loyalty program, right? Mm-hmm. And they tell you like, hey, every $10 you spend, we're going to give you a free coffee or whatever, right?
Yes.
They do a thing now where if you use the app a lot and the more you buy, the less often they give you the free thing. So you're spending more money. They're basically using quote unquote AI to say, how can we fuck you out of more money than what we promised? Like if you were only to shop every 6 months, we'd be giving you drinks on the house. But since you come in here every day, you gonna pay for this shit every time.
And what's so fucked up about it, depend on the app and the thing. Some of them loyalty programs aren't free. Like some of them you actually pay to be a part of the loyalty program to join for some of them just so you can get. It's like, hey, pay us, $9.99 whatever a month, right, so that you can get, a free plus whatever your thing is. Yeah. So, once people start finding this out, it's like, well, then y'all, I'm not giving you my money and y'all not honoring y'all shit. Like that, like, if we had a functioning Congress, somebody would step in and be like, no, honor your shit or don't do the program. Yeah,
it's not, I don't like it.
No.
You know what I say to that, Karen? Cut it out.
Yes. Nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud. Some customers shopping for an item will see different personalized price than others based on the encyclopedia information. This also started when we find out because there's a California law where you can actually contact a company and say, give me all the information you have on me. And so this one guy did this, Joffrey A. Fowler.
Shout out to him.
He reached out. He's a technology columnist for the Washington Post. He reached out to Starbucks and says, give me all the information. And they listed every drink. They had 8 pages in this report. They listed every drink and snack he had bought since 2022. Every offer he had received and every tap he made in the app. It also shows Starbucks could share my information with 64 other companies that specialize in using personal data to tailor offering prices.
Wow.
But worse, according to Fowler, he also learned that the more coffee he bought, the fewer discounts he received. In effect, Starbucks was running a reverse loyalty program. The more he bought, the more he paid, which is the opposite of what any loyalty program was described as. Every loyalty program is always described as the more you spend, the more you earn, the more we want you to come. And it's like, no, you should spend less if you want free shit. So yeah, this is
it's like, why am I loyal? I could just go somewhere else then.
Yeah, so when you feel that crunch at some of these retailers and you're like, man, I don't feel like it used to be this expensive. It probably didn't.
And like we talking about before, AI, this is the bullshit they use AI for, which makes a lot of people mad and say fuck you and fuck AI too, because y'all should just run it like normal. Why do you have AI out here fucking calculating down to the dime and the pennies?
Well, stuff like this is like the use case for this version of AI. How does it benefit me as a customer?
Right.
This is not what the companies sell me in the commercials, but this is a benefit to shareholders. This is a benefit to investors, to the CEOs, to the corporate top level. That's the fucked up part of this whole AI thing. When I tell you all the time, when I see a commercial for AI, I go, that's not a commercial for me. That's a commercial for some investor somewhere to go, look, we're using it. But they don't want to come out there and say like, hey man, you, the customer, we're using this to fuck you. Hey, how would you like to pay more for coffee? How would you like if we knew that somebody else, we wanted to get all their money, so we would charge them a little bit less than we're going to charge you because we think you have more money. Is the world going sober? $830 million wiped of liquor stocks as Jim Beam House output.
Yes, because the younger generation don't drink. And that's like studies and statistics have showed they do not drink like in the mass.
I wonder if, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you don't think it got nothing to do with the tariffs in Canada and the fact that these motherfuckers, like, I don't know that that's them being like, man, I'm so concerned with my health, I got to stop drinking, I'm a young person. Some of this shit is directly from Trump.
Yes, and the Trump stuff is the icing on the cake, but sales for alcohol on the low has been decreasing year after year after year. Like it's been slowly decreasing anyway. Like the only reason why they're reporting it because the numbers are so fucking big. Because now people are like, even people that drink are like, bitch, I'm not going to the ABC store paying twice as much.
Yeah.
Anymore. So that's why I say it's been a slow trend to this. Like our age group, we drink way more than the younger people. A lot of the younger people get high and they do other things. Not that they don't, and a lot of them now are health wise and things like that. So now you have a lot of people that do non-alcoholics. Like they want to do stuff, but they want to party but not get drunk. So like a lot of them started putting non-alcoholic stuff on their menus. Like I used to didn't see the non-alcoholic drinks. Now almost on every menu you see these things. So they're starting to cater to these people because they know it's an audience out there of people. It might be a small percentage of people, but it's an audience out there and they want their money too.
Okay. In a recent Gallup poll, research shows that drinking is at a record low. Currently, only 54% of U.S. adults are drinking alcohol. That percentage is the lowest figure since the 1930s when Gallup began tracking the data. That number sat at 62% in 2023, 58% in 2024. For the first time, over half of Americans, 53%, now consider even moderate drinking harmful for their health. The decline is mostly pronounced among women, down 11 points, and young adults, down 50%, with men and older adult drinkers showing decreases too. So that bears out exactly what you were saying. Younger consumers, especially Gen Z, are embracing non-alcoholic lifestyles or choosing cannabis or mocktails and leaning into wellness-oriented alternatives. This is in addition to the rise of GLP-1 weight loss drugs like Ozempic, in which 1 in 8 adults are currently using, and the reduced appetite and alcohol cravings. A Bloomberg index tracking about 50 global alcohol companies sits at 46% below its 2021 peak, erasing roughly $830 million in value. European powerhouse stocks and holding companies Diageo, Pernod Ricard, and Rémy Cointreau have seen their market caps plunge to decade-long lows. Chinese Baijiu giant Kwai Chow Moutai is down 40% from its high, while brands from Brown-Forman to Treasury Wine Estates in Australia have slumped. And so it's not so okay. Yeah, that bears out exactly what you're saying, because I was wondering how much Trump's tariffs affected in America, but this is global. These are other countries that are experiencing the same downs in alcohol brands.
Yeah, because it's not as enticing to them. And not trying funny, and I could speak from my own experience. Some of them may have been around alcoholics, oh yeah,
I've been around you, and being around alcoholic is. I know it's one of the reasons I don't drink that much. Is I'll be like, damn, Karen, for real?
No,
just knocking them back, huh?
Well, I'll take another one, so. And I'm pretty sure that impacted, them and things like that, because the thing is, the younger generation has more knowledge than ever before, like at their fingertips.
Yeah, which is why they voted for Trump at a higher percentage than you would have before.
No, I didn't say they used the knowledge well. I just said they had more knowledge.
They have access to more information.
Yes, they just have access
Maybe not
to more
knowledge.
Yes,
yeah.
access to more information.
Here's my thing, though, Karen. Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And look, I 100% bow down to the science and the studies and the polls. Okay, they are right, but I don't think it's a non-factor that if you go out now and try to buy a drink, it costs so fucking much.
Yes,
it's like
$12 to $15 a pop almost, and sometimes higher than that.
And this happens a lot with articles and studies that deal in causation and correlation. A lot of time, like this happened this year in the Black Friday thing. People was like, Americans spent more than ever for Black Friday. So much for saying the economy was down. And then when you actually go look into the numbers, it's like actually people bought way less stuff and it cost too much. So actually less people were getting presents and the presents cost more than they would a year ago. That's actually not good for the economy. That actually is not people going, I actually do have the money. That's like some people had the money and a lot of people was like, fuck that. And so I wonder if a lot of this is being like young people just don't like drinking. You know, young people don't want to have kids. Young people don't want to buy houses.
Right.
It's
and
like,
you be like, yeah, dog.
I can't afford it. Y'all are bringing student loans back with the penalties this year.
Right.
Y'all are canceling my fucking health care.
And y'all want me to blow money I ain't got?
Am I health conscious, or is it like I can't afford to go to a doctor if my liver gets fucked up? So I guess I'm not drinking or going to the doctor because both of them cost too much.
Right. So I better get healthy.
I just wonder if, because that's why it's in the broke section.
Agreed.
It's because I'm like, how much of this is y'all like saying is one thing, but really it's a bunch of shit that's leading young people and other people to be like, I don't fucking drink anymore.
Yeah, and that's trying to find that might actually be the trend, but like just in the masses, I'm like, oh, they're not drinking as much, and maybe and this is something that else, and not to get off the topic, I've been looking at. College is so expensive. A lot of people are opting not to go to like your big 4-year universities. And for a lot of people, they binge drink and shit in college. So for some people, they miss that area. And so they not trying to find, they never got like the peer pressure and all that stuff to do all that heavy drinking for a lot of younger people. So it wouldn't be surprising if that may have a small correlation, but somewhat of a correlation to why the numbers dropped.
Right. Once again, that's an economic thing affecting the drinking.
Yes.
Not that binge drinking was ever good, and people going to college, and so many people are clearly using alcohol as like medication. It's like you got trauma from college, and now suddenly you're an alcoholic after college, but that's also the place where you dealt with loneliness, isolation, assault,
anxiety,
that. So like, anyway, less people going through that experience might also mean less people coming out on the other side going, binge drinking is a solution to my life, you know? But yeah, it's just interesting that those things to me add up.
It's like you said, it's a collection of things, and they writing this article like they just not drinking. It's like, no, it's a lot of points to get to that solution.
Fewer pennies, more problems, while retailers are pleading for exact change. So the 1 cent coin is disappearing from circulation. Trump and them canceled the penny. Retailers from AutoZone to Whole Foods are putting up signs at checkouts saying, look, we need either exact change or you can only use a card. Though the U.S. Mint struck the last pennies in November, Congress hasn't approved any laws around the denomination's phase out, including how retailers should handle cash transactions that don't end in 5 or 10 cents. That's forced many retailers to implement their own policies, including rounding transactions up or down to a nickel or a dime.
Who gets this money?
Right. When you don't have pennies, rounding comes into the place, says Dylan Gian, the National Retail Federation Senior Director of Government Relations. At a Whole Foods location in Brooklyn this week, Business Insider saw a sign saying the store is unable to receive new pennies to make change with. If you pay in cash, your change will be rounded up to the nearest nickel and may not match the amount you see on the receipt.
And see, that's fucked up. Because there's a thing for some people, they carry cash, they might not have it, you know. So now I can't pay my bill because you rounded up.
Right. The policy isn't company wide, a Whole Foods spokesperson said. Rather, the grocer is implementing the policy at locations where local banks no longer have pennies to deliver. Customers always receive equal or greater change than owed, the spokesperson said. The chain still accepts pennies if customers have them. Other retailers are using different strategies to make pennies disappear. A sign at Panera in Oklahoma, seen by Business Insider, said, due to a penny shortage, we would appreciate exact change or card payments. On Reddit, users posted pictures of signs from retailers, including Kroger and AutoZone, that didn't mention a rounding rule, but requested that customers use cash pay with exact change.
Yeah, they didn't mention rounding rules, and
you know you don't know the exact change till you get there.
Right.
So you just gonna have to keep 100 pennies or just like some sort of denomination of change on you at all times. That's crazy.
Right.
But yeah, this is what happens in a country where we're going broke, you know?
Yeah, and it's also one of those things where if Congress was in session, this would be something that they would be talking about, because this is the problem. Some people do cash transactions for a reason. Like, you know, everybody don't want, you know, different things, because, you know, for some people it might be credit or whatever the reason is, you know, poverty situations, shit like this, where I have to carry cash.
Right.
And so basically you want to phase out cash. So if I don't have access to a bank account, if I don't have access to a card or a debit credit, so that means I can't function in society now.
Right. And like I know that they're doing away with like I think Metro cards in New York City for the subway. Like, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff like that where it's just like we're looking at like we're locking people out of options.
Yeah, you're punishing the poor.
Yeah, for a lot of stuff and just going, well, most of us will be all right. This is the last one. This is on Fox and this is before Christmas, but they were talking about how to save money with all this expensive shit during Christmas. All right.
Budget. You need a plan. Also, remember, adults don't need gifts, okay? Focus
Right.
on the people in your life who are age 3 to 18. Grandma doesn't need slippers. If they don't live by you, don't get them a gift. Now's not the time to spend and break the bank sending packages across the country, Dana. Focus on the people in your life, ages 3 to 18. That's my 30 seconds for you.
Jade, you're
Here's the thing. That's on Fox News. Fox News is the home of Trump is doing everything right. The economy is okay. Like we love these decisions. And then they cut to the Christmas segment. They like, listen, don't get everybody shit now. That's crazy.
Like these niggas, they grown.
Y'all see what this shipping and handling is? This is insane. It's like, well, this is the same people that's gonna tell us don't listen to the Democrats. The fucking economy is amazing. What are you worried about, stupid? You know, like, oh, we are so fucked. But yeah, that's the broke section. Let's see what else do I want to do? What news do we do? You know what? Let's do guess the race. Football is starting, and I also need to still go to the gym.
Okay.
Let's go Falcons today, guys. Apparently, since we couldn't get it done as the Panthers,
Cheated us out
and
there.
the refs decided that every call goes the other way.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
Guess the race time. We go around the globe. We find different articles. Guess the race of the people involved. And Karen plays along. The chat room plays along. And they're quite racist. All right. Forget everything we were talking about earlier. An Illinois woman is accused of pouring camping fuel on multiple baby cribs inside a Walmart and then lighting them ablaze while the store was packed with patrons.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them cribs. She's like, I got a different type of MTV cribs for y'all. Adeline Monette, 21, has been charged with aggravated arson. A judge denied her pretrial release after she appeared in court Friday on New Year's Eve about 7:20 p.m. Oh, they be making Walmart people work that late. That's crazy. The suspect entered Walmart. She then proceeded to the camping equipment aisle. She removed a can of camping fuel, put it in the shopping cart, and moved to the baby infant section of the store. She then returned to the camping aisle, obtained a second can of camping fuel. So she went and was like, this is way more cribs than I thought. I'm going to need another can.
Them expensive ass cribs. You burnt $5,000 worth of cribs. How many you bought? Burnt 3?
This is a 2-can job. Okay. She returned to the camping aisle, obtained a second can of camping fuel, returned to where she had left the cart. With all these actions being captured by surveillance footage, Monette,
they record everything.
She's then seen pouring the fuel on multiple cribs, setting them on fire, then leaving the store. Officers. Yeah, she allegedly used matches to light the blaze. Officers are called to the scene. They identified her through her vehicle registration. As firefighters arrived, they found the store being evacuated. Managers believe the fire caused more than $5 million in damages.
Goddamn!
Yeah, she burned 3 cribs, like you said. That's $5 million. Both the loss of merchandise and damages to the store. The building's automatic sprinkler system allegedly put out the fire, which was in the back of the Walmart. The store is currently listed as temporary closed. Yeah, because it probably soaked everything.
Yeah, and it probably when it combusted, it hit everything around it, so everything around the carts and all that shit.
Yeah, probably ruined a bunch of shit.
Yep.
Despite there being a full store of customers when this arson was committed, we are grateful for the swift actions of the Walmart staff, said the fire department, blah, blah, blah. During the court appearance, it was revealed she had pending criminal charges of arson out of Colorado.
Oh, you like to watch shit burn.
Yeah, for which she was placed on supervised release pending trial. Well, they weren't supervising enough.
You broke that, whatever you call that thing where you're out and they let you free. You broke that.
Probation?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, guess the race of Adeline Monette.
Oh, Adeline is white.
Adeline is white, according to Karen.
Yeah, I don't know no black Adelines.
Okay. She was like, listen, it's going to be on fire up in here. Mm-hmm. We having a fire sale in this Walmart.
You're going to feel the warmth.
Right. Carrie White, she did start the fire. White.
Yes, she did.
It wasn't already burning and the world was turning. All right, not a lot of guesses coming through. Drew Barrymore, fire starter, white. The correct answer is white. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of these slice of life independent films and low budget Hollywood, industry darling stuff. Mm-hmm. This feels like something out of the third act of one of those films where like a woman lost her baby or something, or just, something happened and then this is how she dealt with the grief. She went and burned down the cribs in Walmart.
Ooh, did she put gasoline in the hair?
It looked like it. She looked greasy. Okay?
Yes, and
she
very
like
oily.
Christina Aguilera circa like 2006 or whatever.
No.
Oh man. All right, let's go to the next one. A woman brags she read 120 books in a year, but critics aren't impressed with her trashy fiction books. With 2026 only a few days away, this woman pulled out like on her ex on Twitter, whatever. Yeah, Twitter. She's a digital marketer and book book content creator.
You know what, baby? I think I might.
You know this one? Okay, never mind.
I'm sorry. I think this one floated down my thing.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because the first she black, right?
She is black.
Yeah. Because
okay. I should have known the blacks would be aware of this one.
Because that one floated down my timeline. Most of the time I miss them, but that one floated down my
Free
timeline.
space. She's black. All right, we'll go to the next one, guys. How about this one? You know what? Let's keep a theme going. A man set fire to a Walmart crowded with customers and staff.
Damn, Walmart getting all the heat this episode.
You want the smoke?
Go to Walmart.
A man admitted to setting fire to a Nebraska Walmart while the superstore was filled with customers and staff.
Damn, they like to do it while it's filled.
They don't be trying to get away.
I want to get caught.
William Ekman, 20, has been charged with first-degree arson, terroristic threats, and criminal mischief, causing a loss of more than $5,000. So I guess he didn't destroy the store like the last lady. The fire erupted
cheaper.
The fire erupted on Sunday. It was just before noon when the York Police Department was called to Walmart in the city. As officers responded, a 911 dispatcher with the city reportedly told them a man was admitting that he had set the blaze. That man is alleged to have been Ekman. The store had to be evacuated and closed as the flames burned. They located Ekman near the dumpsters on the property and arrested him.
They didn't go far.
No.
They were like, hell back.
He allegedly confessed to knowing people were inside the store and took information about the shoppers' locations into account when he began the inferno. The defendant also mentioned details about the fire that only people who had seen it would know.
Telling us a little bit too much.
The resulting conflagration destroyed nearly $15,000 in merchandise, according to police, which apparently did not take into account the damages to the store itself. Oh, so maybe he did get to the $5 million. Who knows?
Okay.
Law enforcement asked the public to share any information they had on him or the moments surrounding the fire. He was booked in York County Jail on $2,500 bond. He had his first appearance in court on Wednesday. He is located in the eastern part of the Cornhusker State. Oh, York is located there. Okay. His name is is once again William Ekman. Karen, guess the race.
White, because when you said York, I was like, York County, South Carolina? What's happening?
York, Oklahoma, I think.
No problem. Yeah, when you said Husker, I was like, oh no.
Cornhusker.
Cornhusker. I was like, oh no, that ain't South Carolina.
Fire Marshal Bill wanna be white.
Yes, he was.
Let me show you something. White. Everyone's going white with this one. White. What's with these whites, Walmarts, and fire though?
Good question.
Everyone is 100% sure it's white, and you know what? Y'all right. Is it the fire challenge? Is something on white TikTok happening and we don't know about it?
We don't know. Now, if y'all say the African American hair care product with a blaze, I would go black. Cause
first of all, you can't get to them because they behind glass.
Right. And you put it like this, and it wouldn't be the product, it'd be the shit around it because they mad because they can't get in the bitch.
You'll never be able to burn those products. They behind 75 feet of glass.
Yes. And they be like, the brushes and combs with a blaze in a Walmart.
Because apparently black people steal. That's how we get our hair products. None of us have ever spent money. All right, let's get to the bonus round. Karen is actually 2 for 2.
Woohoo!
That bitch was white! I ain't racist. How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to get the race.
Gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big thigh, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360 degrees.
All right, last one. Yes, I ate your snack.
Oh shit!
Man had no regrets for shooting a woman who confronted him over eating food she bought for her kids. Kenneth Bills, 57, was charged with second-degree assault and arrested 57 on Sunday by officers from the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department. According to an arrest report reviewed by Law and Crime, police responded to a call from the emergency room at the University Louisville Hospital in connection with a woman who arrived there with a gunshot wound to the arm. When police asked the woman what happened, she told them Bills allegedly pulled a gun on her after she asked him if he had eaten the snack she brought for her children. Yes, I ate your snack and it was good, he said, before allegedly taking out a handgun and firing one shot at her. Police said the woman was treated for
escalated fast.
Right? Police said the woman was treated for non-life-threatening injury to her left arm. Bills was identified as the alleged shooter by the woman and witnesses who were at the home where the incident took place. I guess the kids. According to the report, Bills was caught eating the snacks by the alleged victim's aunt, who told her niece that Bills was eating the food the woman brought for her children. Now, you know the aunt don't like his ass. He's in there eating the baby's snacks. I saw him.
He been on the list.
Just in there with a motherfucking fruit roll up.
All right, drinking all the orange, drinking all the Sun Kiss.
Just
all the goldfish.
Sipping a drink out of a pouch.
Right? That's what I'm talking about. Out that little ass straw. Sir.
Eating fruit snacks and shit.
Right. You know, all types of sticky shit. All the applesauce gone.
The aunt left the home and the woman ran into Bills as he was leaving. The confrontation over the snacks occurred as the two crossed paths. The woman drove herself to the hospital at 7:03 p.m. Yeah, ambulances is expensive. Bills was charged with second-degree assault and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. He is currently in custody and is being held on $5,000 bond. They reported that Bills was arraigned on Monday and scheduled for preliminary hearing January 6th. So 2 days from now. All right, Karen. Guess the race of Mr. I ate your snacks, Kenneth Bills.
That's a Negro.
Oh, you think he Jody from Baby Boy or something? Yes, I ate the snack, and I hope they burn in hell, Black, says Adrian.
That's hilarious.
Oh, this is a nigga. Black helped himself to a Capri Sun and some goldfish, a ninja. He was also doing taekwondo with the kids too, Black. These are thug snacks, bitch, Black. Not the snack for the babies, Black. The correct answer is Black. Oh. You hate to see it. You hate to see a 57-year-old man eating all the baby snacks and then shooting the mama for being upset.
And I can guarantee you, they probably want this Negro out the house anyway. He probably keep doing that shit. And she was like, hey, dog, I just bought the kids snacks and you eating the shit.
Because he looked like he been lying about it. Mm-hmm. He looked like snacks been missing in that house.
Right. She probably maybe even accusing the kids. And they
people
like,
been like,
I ain't eat them snacks.
Who ate the goldfish? I told y'all stay out the goldfish. I didn't eat the goldfish. I'm hungry.
Yes, them kids was telling the truth.
Yeah. Did you eat the goldfish? Now, bitch, I done told you.
You know that's how he talked to her.
They caught him with a mouthful of goldfish. The aunt snitched.
Yeah, but they ain't tell you he was drinking alcohol that young people ain't drinking.
Mm-hmm. And holding heat, packing heat apparently too.
Yes.
He's ready to kill over that. All right, well, you know the last thing we got to do, guys, sword ratchetness.
Fight the kids over lunchable ass nigga.
Right.
That's hilarious.
He was over there putting that cheese spread on the cracker and making the sandwich.
All that goddamn sodium, sir. You know you got the gout. You ain't got nobody eating them goddamn kids snacks. Gonna lose a foot.
2 groups of youths armed with various weapons, including axes, katanas, and metal chains. What in the fucking greasers versus the goddamn... What? Boy, crazy. What kind of outsiders ass fight?
Right.
What kind of rumble was this?
Who knows?
Axes, katanas, metal chains. Let me guess, baseball bats with screwdrivers in them. Come on. They spread panic at Malaga's Parque del Sur last Wednesday. It was just after 7:00 in the evening when the group clashed, and some residents walking through the Malaga neighborhood had to take refuge in local shops due to the violence of the suspects. The 112 Andalusia emergency number, 112, so that's like 911.
Okay.
Registered the first of a dozen calls.
Ooh, somebody was calling.
Yeah, they said at least 8 youths who were armed and moving around in vehicles and on motorbikes like Mad Max. They playing guitars. The footage of part of the altercation seen by SUR shows the suspects threw objects at each other, threatening each other with katanas and sticks, and one of them even struck the van of one of those involved in the brawl. The footage also shows the suspects then left the scene in 2 vehicles. Sources consulted by the newspaper explained that these youths were also carrying other objects, such as a rod with a steel ball on the end and a harpoon. A harpoon?
How the fuck you get your hands on a harpoon? What you do, rob a boat?
Right. And they allegedly assaulted each other. What? They just had the randomest, like, give me a mace, a tire iron, National Police.
Wait, this is semen going. You know what? Let's take this shit on shore.
Right. I don't like the way these motherfuckers talking, man. Give me my harpoon.
Right. Y'all niggas need to be out in the water. What are we doing here?
Somebody wants to be gored to death on the streets.
Get my fishing net. What are we doing here?
The National Police officers went to the scene but did not find those involved in the brawl, although they observed broken glass and found some of the weapons they were carrying. They left the weapons there. Well, I guess they had so many. I was like, I don't know why I brought this machete. I already got a harpoon.
You know what? They used to dropping shit in the ocean, so they just let it go.
Broken glass everywhere. After interviewing several witnesses and carrying out the necessary inquiries, the provincial police headquarters reported that one of the young men, aged 24 and of Spanish nationality, has been arrested. Well, at least they got one of them.
They got one.
That's a start. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. That's it. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back throughout the week. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Go Falcons.